You're now listening to the Life Under Fire podcast with your hosts, Justin Seacrest, Stephen Rotter, and the only guy that's always right, even when he's wrong, Gary Seacrest. Wait, what?
Wait, what? I don't know what. I gotta fix that later.
What?
Yeah, we gotta look into that one.
But
Howdy, boys and boys.
no
What's
girls?
up, guys?
No girls. No. How's it going,
No
ladies?
girls allowed.
Boys and ladies. Because you can't just call
Ladies
them
and
girls.
gentlemen.
Boys to men.
Boys,
how are you doing
boys,
today?
boys.
Justin, have you been working out those arms? Is that why you rolled the
Just
sleeve
that
up?
one,
You're
bro.
Like, you're like, I got some definition going on here, so
No,
I
it's-
rolled up the sleeve so
a bit
everybody
s-
can take a look.
No, it's just a bit spicy in this room, and so I try and cool down. You know.
It's me. It's my corn dong.
Get your corn dong out of here.
The corn dong lives.
The young corn dong.
That's it. That's my fucking handle from now on.
You went from gangrene Gary to corn dog. Why are you the only one getting nicknames from this podcast?
I don't
understand.
know. I might even change my Twitter handle just altogether.
You gonna be
He's
corn
got
dong?
Gary facts.
Follow
he's
me at
got
corn dong.
gangrene, corn dong.
This need to be called like Gary Under Fire because he gets roasted into nicknames. It's not even fair.
That's it. Here, I'll give you a nickname right
He's
now.
roasted on more than just nicknames.
These are facts. Gary facts.
I'll give you a nickname right
Don't nickname me. I'll punch you in the fucking arm again.
now. Punk bitch.
I'll take it.
So
take it.
aggressive. So
He's sliding
aggressive,
his
Gary.
feet around, bro.
I
gotta get,
took my shoes
I gotta get
off.
a carpet mat for this guy to stand on, so he's not sliding his feet around. Make him stand the whole podcast.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Yeah,
Did you just fucking
The
say
Gary
shuffle.
the Gary shuffle.
The Gary shuffle.
Oh man, Gary, you
Justin.
said you were gonna say something.
About what?
Yeah, good job. glad you retained that one for the show.
I got something. I
Oh.
got something.
Yeah, we were talking beforehand.
Oh, okay, go for
he
it.
said, cause he punched me, and he said that I'm the older brother, I shouldn't take it, and he said it stopped when we were 11. But you were like 14, 15 before you grew taller than me.
Nope. I've been taller than you since I was like 12, I think.
No.
Yeah, you guys. I was gonna say, Gary, you don't put up with that stuff. You're the older brother. I don't care how old you are. I'm telling you. From
Don't touch my
whatever,
mic.
whatever age you are. Can't
Whatever
I
tolerate
am
that kind of
32.
stuff, Gary.
I wish you were 32, and if
I
you're
don't.
32,
32.
25.
are you 25? You're
In
24.
August.
You're 24.
Ish.
Gary, when's your birthday?
August
Yeah, August what?
11th.
Shit, mine's the 18th.
Ooh.
My mom's is
Boy, I know.
20 something ish. 26th, I want to say.
you,
It
got,
is the
you better
26th.
figure that shit
Was
out.
that
You
what
know
that
she
look was
listens.
for? You were
Yeah.
like, oh god, what day is it?
I jumped into it, and I was like, shit, day. I don't know. I think it's the 26th.
It is the 26th.
Dude, I got it made, dude. I got it lucked out. So I was born 3 days after my mom's birthday. So my mom's birthday is on August 15th. So I will never forget it because it's right before mine.
I was born 9 months after my parents' wedding anniversary.
You were 9. I thought you were gonna say I was
I
born
like-
9 months after my parents had sex. I was gonna be like, yeah, you
Yeah,
were.
I guess.
Good
Well,
job, Gary.
technically,
I,
their wedding anniversary. That's funny.
I have in fact received a conception cake.
So
that was
you
a
know
weird-
when they
Or it was like their anniversary.
is that
and
your
they gave me
real,
a
like,
conception?
Is that another day you celebrate?
wait. So they
No.
wait a second. Hold on a second. They made you a cake for
That
the
said
day that
Happy
you were
Conception Day.
conceived.
Yes.
They did not make
So
you a
they
cake.
they
they
did.
made you a cake on their like the day after their honeymoon or
Their
whatever,
anniversary
a couple
day.
days
No, it
after
was-
their anniversary.
the-
They made you a cake and they're like, "Here's the day that I came in your mom."
Essentially.
That's so bad because they listen to this, so now my mom's
It
gonna
was
hear you
more
say
of-
that.
It was more of my dad said that he pulled a line from an old movie, an old said the best part of you down your mama's crack.
Full
Thing.
Metal Jacket.
Is that from Full Metal Jacket? No, I think it was from a different movie.
No, I'm pretty sure
I
it's
think it's
Full
the
Metal
same
Jacket.
guy that said it, but I think it might be from
Pretty sure it's
Apocalypse
Full Metal
Now.
Jacket.
I think it's from
I
Apocalypse
don't know,
Now.
but it's hilarious that your dad reminds you when the day that he put you inside of your mom.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Can
That's
we
that's
like not
that's
talk about this
amazing.
anymore?
Yeah, it is. That's amazing. That's especially because your dad came up with it. Your dad was like, especially when you're old enough to know. Your dad's like, yeah, Gary, you know, you know what we're talking about.
Okay,
That's just weird because I'm also Gary, or he's also Gary. So
stop.
he doesn't
No,
call me Gary.
enough.
Justin's getting so uncomfortable
Well,
with
no,
this
it's just not even a
conversation.
necessary conversation. That's just weird.
All right, the coolest thing happened at my boys' game. There we
Made
go.
another
We'll
kid.
switch the subject. So I coach Little League baseball, and one of his kids come up to bat,
Is it from
and
Apocalypse Now?
his name is this little kid's name is
Full
Logan,
Metal Jacket.
and Logan's one
Fuck
of those kids.
Logan.
He tries really hard, but it doesn't always work out for him.
Do you bounce
And
the
I don't
baseball
think
off his helmet?
yeah no I don't think Logan's got a hit all season, but he tries. So Logan gets up to bat, right, and the
Mhm.
pitcher throws a pitch and it's about to hit him. Like it's gonna hit Logan like straight in the freaking helmet. And Logan's still learning, so he doesn't know how to get out of the way of the ball. So he kind of puts his arms up like this. The ball freaking hits off the fucking bottom of the bat and goes into play. And he's just like standing there because he doesn't know what the fuck happened.
It's a hit
And
though.
everybody's like, "What the hell?" And so he starts running, and he made it. So Logan's first hit was off of
Yay!
defending
off
himself off
a
of the freaking
panic.
Good
the
job,
knob
Logan.
of the bat. It was amazing.
He went on to be the next professional baseball player.
Shout out
It
to
was
Logan.
hilarious.
Oh, you know what else is hilarious?
He went on to the quarterback.
What else is
Dallas
hilarious?
Cowboys.
I pretty much was letting Gary keep talking because that was the hilarious part. Because
I like it when Gary responds to
or
my
the
comments
pitcher-
because
The
most
pitcher
of the
for
time my
Mariners.
stories go uncommented.
well, guys, I got a question for you. Do you believe in aliens?
Wah, wah, wah. I have a branch off story for whatever story you're happening because you just brought up the Twilight Zone.
What?
I have a branch off story.
No, what is the
Are
story?
we,
Oh.
are we gonna answer? Are we gonna answer the question first? Or
I
are we
guess
gonna-
not. We're gonna go to Gary's
Yeah,
story.
no, I
then we'll
said
come back.
afterwards, but yeah,
No, we'll
I
go
believe
back.
in aliens.
I know Steven believes in aliens because he's
Oh,
told
for
me that
sure,
story.
100%.
He's told me that
They
story
live
before.
to-
We've
exist.
seen them. We've experienced it down in the valley. We were driving home, and a fucking UFO almost hit us while we were
Robert
driving
better
down the
not get in
road.
my face. I'll drop that motherfucker.
I was abducted by aliens, so
Justin was.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
it was. It happened probably like 5 months ago, 6 months ago.
Yeah, he woke up and he was like, I don't know what these are, and he showed me his back.
I didn't even know. No, I had these marks. So
Oh.
I was in my room, and Gary was relaxing in my room with me. We were watching his video, and I didn't have a shirt on. And he's like, "Well, hey, do you want to go to Walmart?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
What kind of
So
videos you guys watching together with no shirts on?
porn. So I go to my closet to to get something or to get a shirt, and he goes, "Dude, what's on your back?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's my back, you know?"
So
And
I
he's
take a picture of it.
yeah, he takes a picture, and it is this grid of dots, just this grid of dots. It was like 4 dots by like 3 dots or something.
Dude, I remember you showing me this.
Yeah, and it's just across like just the center, lower center of my back where you would normally get like a tramp stamp or whatever. But instead,
It looked like you laid on like I don't know, like a
It-
spiky grate or something.
yeah, it looked like that, or like I laid on like a waffle iron or something, but just on this.
There was
It was
So
weird.
nothing
I
you could have
Googled-
had that would have made those dots.
So I googled, I have dots on my back, or whatever. It was like really blatant. It's just like I woke up with dots on my back, and I shit you not, about 15 other people posted
Yeah,
the
dude.
exact same picture
In the same
of-
spot.
of these markings on their backs, and they all talked about how they had missed time and everything.
Yeah, and I lose a lot of time. And so, but I had those on my back for probably like 3 or 4 weeks. They were just constant, just there. And then I woke up one day and they was just gone.
Yeah.
It's really weird. And so that's what like it makes me rule out rash or anything like that because those will like slowly go away and you can see it fade or whatever. But they were just there, constant for like 3 weeks, and
But it
then
was-
I wake up completely gone.
It was just crazy because it was the exact same markings on everybody's
Yeah,
back.
same grid of
Dude,
everything.
that's awesome.
So I'm like, cool, been abducted by aliens. Wonder
And
what
they were all recent pictures too. It wasn't like they were old pictures. They were all from around the same fucking
Yeah.
time.
So what sucks though is because normally aliens they take a person like so they can learn why they are the way they are, right? why humans are.
Unless they did to
Okay,
you what they did to Cartman. They put a giant satellite in your ass.
they might have, but so
No way, dude. They know, dude. They travel through fucking space. They don't need to know about us. Are you kidding me? Dude,
No,
they
they're
know
just perverts.
everything about us. They travel through space, and they want to know what a fucking butthole looks like.
No, they don't
I
want to
don't
know what it
think
looks
so.
like. They want to know what it tastes like.
well, no, I'm saying they're trying to find like they're trying to learn the intelligence of human beings and stuff and see where we're at and so I want to know where I ranked. That's what sucks for me. I just want.
Well, I tell you
So,
this.
so what? Like 50 other people, like put on Google or like on your Google search, like 50
Yeah,
other people had that mark. So you want to know at least like 1 to 50.
yeah.
Where do I
I just want to
stand?
know where I scaled
What
with
what did they get from you? They couldn't necessarily test your intelligence if you were passed
I'm
out.
sure aliens have brain scanners and shit.
Oh, for
True.
sure,
There's
dude.
no way that they don't know how to
Do you
just.
think they
Dude,
also they also measured your
dude, they
penis?
probably typed into your spinal cord, man. Your spinal cord's got so much. I mean, it's got everything that runs up and down your like everything to your body,
Exactly.
You
It's
think they
always
also
dude.
because I didn't see no girl pictures, just guy pictures.
there was girls.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Well, they would have lost on the penis measurement.
Gary just looks at the guys.
Well, it's just crazy that it happened.
You beat at least one person if there was girls
It's true.
in
It's
the
true.
length department.
Jesus
Doing good
Christ,
here.
why did Gary always refers to dick size?
I don't know.
Well, they don't call me corn dong for nothing.
No one calls you corn dog, but
They
Austin.
all call
You
me
call
corn
you call
dong.
yourself corn dong.
I'm the only one that matters.
That's kind of fair, I guess. In your world, that's
That's
true.
that's it,
But yeah. So I've been abducted by aliens.
dude. Good for you, dude.
So
I've
what's
only
your
had
story, Steven?
I've had aliens like interfere with my cell phone service. So it was actually more of like my wife's story than my story. So I was driving home from work. This is when I lived in Arizona, and I always call my wife on my way home, let her know I'm coming, and she was on her way home at the same time. She's driving down our street,
Okay.
and she thought there was an ambulance kind of like down the street. She saw like flashing lights, but all the lights were one color, and they were kind of like dancing like back and forth. So I'm on the phone with her, and all of a sudden it like the phone service stops, and it switches to like almost like a old like modem dial up, like I don't know, it was really funky, like a whole bunch of like beeps and stuff like that. Like it was like an old modem, like
Okay.
dial up. I'm like, what the fuck? So I hang up. I try calling her back. It goes straight to that same like dial tone, like 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I get a hold of her, and she's like in a panic, like out of breath. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And she goes, I saw these flashing lights. I thought that they were like an ambulance. But as I got closer to them, like they were just staying the same, like they were just hovering over the ground. And as I was getting closer to them, it just darted off to the side. Like she thought like maybe whatever it was took a turn down a side street. Well, on our road that we used to live off of, all the roads were to the right side.
Yeah.
So all the roads just branched off to the right side, nothing onto the left. It was just like BLM land that the government owns, and just yeah, just acres and acres of nothing. Well, it fucking went that way. It went left. It didn't go down any other side road. So when she got to the area where it left, all it was just like dust that it kind of picked up in the air, and then nothing, and just a trail going that way. And she was like freaked the fuck
Yeah, that is kind of sketch,
out.
actually.
That's
That's not even like the craziest part. The craziest part is after that, when I got home, I had 3 messages on my phone because it recorded those dial tone numbers that came up when I called. It recorded them on my cell phone.
wow.
That's the
Hmm.
craziest part.
That is
Is
that's a
nuts,
little
man.
much. I don't know if I can handle that.
That would
That's Arizona, dude.
Does that
Arizona's a
merit
hot
this
spot,
again?
man.
that does inherit that again. Mine's not as intricate as that, but it was our whole family when we were younger. We were driving. We lived down in the valley. So for everybody that's not from here, it is like what you perceive as a desert town. You drive down an old country road with no houses,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. Let's okay. So Drive down this old country road with no houses and everything through cornfield, not cornfields, it's cotton fields, right?
Yeah.
So you get to the back, so it's like fucking boonies. So we're driving down this road, and we're in this old van, and all of a sudden, like you saw lights coming towards us, but they weren't like on the road. They were like a good 20, 30 feet up above the road, and they were
Oh,
coming down.
nice.
So it looked like like the equivalent of a plane swooping down, but it was these crazy fucking flashing lights, and my dad had to swerve out of the way because it came like straight in front of us and drove right through us. So we had to swerve out of the way around it, and it
Oh
was just
shit.
it was like 11 o'clock at night. It was pitch dark outside. It was the craziest fucking thing.
Did you guys like look behind you to see that? Did
Yeah,
it
it
keep
just
going down the road, or they
no.
disappear? Or?
As soon as it passed behind us, it was just black. Like the lights were in the front, and you couldn't see nothing in the back.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's some crazy shit, my dude.
Dude, I love stories like that. Yeah, sometimes like when I used to work nights, closing the store. The store closes at 1 o'clock in the morning, so you don't end up leaving till 1:30, sometimes 2 o'clock. And I'd be driving home at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you see some crazy shit on the road. I
She's
mean, there'd be
so
days where I wouldn't pass any cars, like no cars at all, when I'm driving home at night, and you'd see like a green light in the sky,
yeah,
like a green light. Like, I mean, even if it's on a plane, they're like red and blue.
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't
It's
see
not it's
fucking
not a green
green
light. That's
lights.
not a
Yeah.
light that you use.
So Arizona, man, it's a hot spot, dude. It's a hub for all that extraterrestrial activity.
Well, the town that we live in is it's called the Valley because we're surrounded on all sides by the what mountain?
Like
The Rocky
mountain
Mountains.
ranges, yeah.
It's the Rocky Mountains, right? So essentially we're in a
No,
fucking
it's not the Rockies.
fucking
It's some
Rockies,
sort of,
bro.
what is a
No,
mountain range? It's
well, you've got the Black Mountains on one side. That's why there was Black Mountain Middle School, and then I think it's just there's two mountains. One's the Black Mountains because when the sun hits them one way, they just look black. And then you have the White Mountains on the other ones because the rock looks all white.
I've lived here my whole fucking life. I've never asked what the mountain ranges around us is called.
Mm.
Anyways,
But
so
But it's just
essentially
south of
we live in a
Area
bowl.
51, dude.
Yeah.
But you're talking about Area 51 is only what 100 miles north of you guys.
Well, dude, you figure it's around Vegas, so even if it's about an hour outside of Vegas, it's within 3 hours from us.
It's not even an hour outside of Vegas, dude. It's
Well,
like
no, that's
half
why.
hour,
So
if
it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours away, and that's
from
driving.
you guys.
That's driving, on our roads, not the government
Well, that's good.
roads.
I'm glad you weren't measuring in walks or pesos.
5
Or,
hands.
yeah,
Five.
that's good. I'm glad
It
you're.
takes five. It takes 2.5
I'm glad
pesos to get there.
you're just telling everybody, how long it is for driving, because, some of the people that live in the city, they might
Was
want to know how long it
about
takes on the
5.5,
subway.
7 hours to bike.
To Vegas?
Yeah.
Scary fact.
Okay, he said it. I was gonna say it might be longer than that, but fucking I won't dispute it now.
So I read an article about it, about something that reminded me of because Justin's been on that Twilight Zone kick. Specifically, he brought up the 30,000
10 hours to bike.
10 hours to bike. I was
Yeah.
close.
You can't fact check him, Justin.
I was actually just curious. It wasn't a fact check. I was
Shame
really.
on you. You
I was
know the
close.
rules,
I mean,
Justin.
7, 10. Anyways, so the 30,000 feet, or what is it? Terror above
What?
30,000 feet.
Oh, Nightmare at 30,000 feet.
Nightmare at 30,000 feet. All right, so what made me think of that was I saw that a plane company, I don't have my phone. I forgot to check which plane company it was. But they're implementing LCD monitors and cameras instead of windows. So there will be no more windows on the plane. Instead, you'll have little monitors on each section with obviously they're showing the camera from the outside of the plane, and it's supposed to make it a lot lighter and safer. But you'll be looking at essentially a recording. I mean, it's like a live.
This is like a commercial airline.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, this
oh,
is
I'm
a
gonna go
commercial.
like fly United, and I'm gonna look at like an actual like
Yes, exactly.
not a window.
It's gonna be like United, but I don't know like that. But it's supposed to be like a commercial. So you'd be looking at what is essentially a recording.
Oh, it's because his video dropped out.
Oh. So the what I was thinking was, there's no way that someone's not gonna fucking do that and put a gremlin on the wing when they are able to get into the feed.
Dude, that's really sketchy. Why? It makes me think, what are they trying to hide that they don't want you to look outside of the plane?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
no, they're
it's the idea is it makes it lighter and safer.
How does it make it safer? How many planes? Like your sister trying to
Yeah.
duck him down in the back.
She's not ducking and
Austin, we
running
saw
very
you.
well. You can see it perfectly.
She trying to duck down behind you guys. Okay, yeah, just walk by like a champ. What's up,
Yeah.
Austin?
Would you like to say hi to the podcast?
Okay, my zipper's down. But buy
Jesus.
our merch at teespring.com/
It's a great
LifeUnderFire.
contribution right there. That's
Thanks,
fucking
Austin.
golden.
I
She
appreciate that.
plugs better than I do.
Yeah. If we're being
Just
fair, I'm pretty
fucking-
sure your kid could probably plug better than you
He
can.
could.
So
He'd
we can.
sell some shirts.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so
Oh,
that'd be
fucking A, that was hilarious.
the idea. Is it makes it because then you'd be in a solid metal tube instead of
It's
having the windows.
Uber Light smart screen panels. They're not LCD screens.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's why
Yeah, but-
they're gonna be TVs basically.
How many planes do you hear going down because of a window malfunction?
Well, no. Here, look. This is gonna look stupid on camera. It might not focus. That's what they're going for. So it's an entirely windowless plane. So the whole sides and everything are gonna be these LED screens that you're gonna be able
Oh,
to
so
see.
it's gonna look like you're just sitting out in the open.
Yeah, it's gonna look like you're like you're just sitting in an open floor plan plane type thing. So you're gonna be seeing the cameras on the outside, and it shows.
Nah, I'm good, man. Fuck that, dude.
But
Well, they have like little drops, so it shows like where you're above. Since you're above the clouds, it'll have like a little pin that drops saying you're flying over here and all that stuff.
Dude,
what I
that's
was
the
saying
whole
was
reason that you're on the plane. You're not skydiving. You don't want to be fucking in the clouds. You're just trying to get to a destination.
But yeah, so someone's gonna hack into it and put a gremlin on the wing and shit. That'd be the first thing.
If we're being fair, the first thing they're gonna do is put porn on it.
True that. Could you imagine being in a plane and the entire length of the plane is just some dude getting fucking pounded? I assume it's gay porn.
Yeah, it's a safe bet that gay porn's gonna be the one, I suppose.
Why does your mind go to fucking dicks and gay porn, Gary? Jesus.
Guys, I have something I want to tell you.
Oh God.
I watch a lot of gay porn on planes.
Okay, I can support that.
I've never been on a plane, so
Me either.
Wait a second. Both of you have never been on a plane?
no.
Oh my. That is breaking news.
You know, actually,
You guys have never flown.
I didn't say that.
I was watching the E3 trailers.
I
and
made wings and.
I don't know what trailer it was, but they used that breaking news soundbite
Did they?
like in the intro of it, like because it was like they do like little videos, and it was kind of
Yeah.
cool. I was like, oh.
Speaking of E3,
I thought my soundboard was open, and I accidentally hit the button. I was like, what the fuck?
Speaking of E3, Steven, you won't really understand this, but Justin, do you see that they released?
You can still join me in the conversation. I can still
Nope.
be
You're
part
gone.
of this
That's it.
conversation.
Nope.
Steven,
Gary.
you're not
Bye,
here.
Steven!
You're not here.
No, they released the trailer for the new Fallout.
Yeah, we watched it together.
Yeah,
Were you trying to nonchalant it like
Yeah.
we didn't watch it together?
yeah.
Oh, we watched it together.
Okay, well, what did you think?
Actually, like 3 minutes before we started the podcast, we watched it together.
What did you think?
I thought it was cool.
Hey
A lot of it
Justin,
was interesting.
do you remember that? Do you remember that one time
When we recorded a
That-
podcast, and
that when we recorded a podcast and then Gary wanted to talk about E3 and then he said that I couldn't join the conversation because I don't know what E3 is. Do you remember that?
yeah, because of the video him and I watched before we started talking to you.
Because 3 minutes you guys watched a video before and I didn't watch that video, so I didn't know what you guys were talking about.
Yeah,
That was cool.
okay.
All right, continue, Gary. What about E3? Go.
I was just asking what his opinion on the trailer was, but fuck you
It looks pretty cool.
guys.
I mean, it looks cool. I don't know. I didn't play Fallout 4, so I don't know
Yeah.
if it.
Well, I wish I had someone. We should have someone in here.
They
more
don't-
video game
So I
oriented.
so I have played Fallout before, right? I couldn't tell you which one
Never
it
heard
was.
of that
I have
game.
no idea. But I mean,
It's probably Fallout 3.
You played Fallout before?
I don't fucking know. I have played
Only
the
4
game
people in the
Fallout
world have ever played
before.
Fallout before.
Gary's trying to strike back with his own
Jesus
roasts.
Christ, he is.
He is. It looks cool though. I mean, it's Fallout's not really like I liked Fallout 3, but then it just felt like they did the same thing over and over. And so I
What year did they come out with Fallout 4? How long ago was Fallout 4?
It would have been 2016.
Okay, so they've been working on this for 2 years.
Not necessarily.
Roughly?
no.
Well, they have like different parts of Bethesda is the one that does it, and they don't put out a lot of games. They do. I'm sure you've heard of the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Games. They do that
Yeah.
one, and then they do the Fallout series. They've been doing the Fallout series since like '96, I think.
Yeah, but they're also putting out a new Rage, and that's by Bethesda as well, I think.
Maybe I don't know.
Rage is the one where they fight like fucking animals, right?
No, that's
That's Tekken, right?
no, not Tekken. That's
No,
Oh, Killer
I'm thinking
Instinct?
there's the one
Killer
like of like the
Instinct.
mastodon on the cover.
no,
Oh,
that's
I don't know.
fuck.
Oh,
what
that's
was it?
Far Cry. That's Far Cry.
That's it. That'd be Far Cry. Yeah. But no, that's what.
I'm trying, guys. I'm
No,
trying.
I understand. They would have. I mean, they're using the same engine that Fallout 4 was on, so that gave them a jump up because the Fallout 4 took a while. They built a brand new engine for this game, so that's why it took a long time. But they just bounced back with and you got to figure that not all the ideas for the Fallout game, Fallout 4 that they were making, got put into it, so they're able to tweak some for the next game. You know what I mean? Giving them kind of a jump up.
And where is this one based out of? Virginia?
Yeah, Virginia, West
Okay.
Virginia specifically.
Well, there you go. That's kind of cool. The other one was in where? New Jersey?
No, it was in Boston.
Boston. Fallout 4 was in Boston. Okay. Was there any Patriots
Nice.
references there?
No, but you could park the car in the Javier garage.
Okay.
That's a long pause. That was so funny.
Look at that. It's just,
That's not a bad Boston accent though. That's not bad at all.
That was a 3-second pause.
I know over here on the thing it's just a flat line where my joke
It's
fucking
saying,
died.
Are you guys alive? Are you guys there?
Yeah.
Just
It physically showed the flat line of my joke.
Oh, you know what I
That's
should have done? Dang
it's
it.
not a bad Boston accent though, Gary. You
Do
can
it again?
pass up here.
You park the car in the Javier garage.
You gotta add some like local lingo. You know what I mean? Like you gotta say "wicked" like every other sentence.
And
You
Tom
know.
Brady.
I can't.
Oh,
do
you gotta
that.
reference Tom Brady. Tom, not Tom.
Fucking
Tom
Tom.
Brady.
Fucking Tom. We're not English.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
Tom Brady.
I told you I can only do park the car in the Javier garage. The only thing I could do.
Pretty
do
much
it-
anything that ends in an R, you're just gonna say ah.
Do you do any
You
other
know.
impressions? All right, that's fine.
Well, at least you're honest, right?
Yeah.
At least
How about you?
gotta-
No, I can't
Honest,
do any
Gary.
impressions. I can't do any impressions. Oh,
How about you, Steven?
Can you do any
no,
impressions?
I'm definitely not an impressionist.
Austin can do a
She
really
could do
good.
a really good Christopher Walken.
Her Christopher Walken is actually William Shatner.
It's
So-
William Shatner trying to do Christopher Walken.
And so it's actually, here I'll text her. I'll see if I can get her in here to do it. So she tries really
It's
hard
William
to do.
Walken.
She's like, "You talking to me
Or
all
Christopher
wrong,"
Shock.
but she says it,
Christopher
"You're
Shock.
talking to me all wrong," and it's just like,
It's got the pauses of Shatner and then like
Yeah.
the voice of Walken.
well, no, she's got the. That's the thing. She does the pauses of Walken, but the voice of Shatner. That's the thing. She reverses them. So, because Walken, there is a pause that he does, but her voice
that's
is
true.
more Shatnery. It's really funny. And then if she does, she has. There was one she worked on for a while. It was her Owen Wilson, which actually turned out to
Wow.
be Lil Nicky from.
Wow.
Well, because she was like, "Wow," but the way it sounded, she's like, "Wow, Release the awesome.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
exactly
like
her-
little. Have you ever
her
seen?
Owen Wilson sounds exactly
Sounded like she was
like
Little
Little
Nicky. She's
Nicky.
like, Popeye's chicken is the shit. Like she.
No, and then she does Jennifer Aniston from
Oh,
Friends.
she does. Yeah, she does. She goes
She'll go,
Ross. That's all.
Ross!
She figured that one out when we were driving to Vegas, and she just did that shit. For
She
like,
did it to me, and
So
it made me laugh
she's
so
much
hard.
better than impressions than we are. Then.
Yeah,
so.
she
Yeah.
is.
But her Jennifer Aniston made me laugh so hard. We sat there back and forth. I was like, Ross, and she's like, Ross, and it
Dude.
made our dad was driving. He got
Yeah,
super.
my dad and I are
pissed.
sitting in the front seat, and he was like literally like turning the music up every time they did it, just trying to drown it out. It was rough, dude.
These fucking people. It's only one word too. I'd imagine like if they're actually quoting lines from it or doing
Yeah,
something
no.
like that, it'd be more bearable.
That
but
was the
just
problem.
fact that they're just
Like,
back there going,
Ross, we broke up,
Ross.
Ross. I'm pregnant, Ross.
Oh gosh. So John Cena.
Oh, so I was listening
Ooh,
to
more
another podcast.
John Cena news.
name is John
That's it. I know it. Of all the people that are telling news about John Cena, is the one that called him a pussy. But so I was listening. It was actually very interesting because I was listening to John Cena talk about being a wrestler, and he pointed out what a lot of people point out, but
Hold
I've
on,
never
hold on.
noticed.
The professional WWE superstar. Okay, he's not a wrestler. He's a superstar.
I was listening to him talk about what a lot because I didn't
He's
know
talking
till
about his wrestling.
I didn't know until after I saw the podcast. I looked it up. A lot of people they what is the word they criticize him because he tells the person he's fighting what to do, like hit me or we're gonna do this, and he says it like vocally loud, and so he's been criticized recently for that. Like
He was
walking
also
them
criticized for his episode of The View lately too.
through.
These are facts.
But
Yeah.
these are not fucking back, yeah. But so he's talking about that. He's like, I don't perform for the people in the front row. Like you're there for the show about it. And just because you spend more money, like yeah, I want you to be a part of it, but it's a show. We're here to entertain you. We're essentially stand up comedians that fight. Is what he says. He says it's like there's a comic part, there's an acting part, and he says it's a show first and foremost. He's like, I perform for the people in the 313th row. That's what I'm performing for. The people that show up every day, kind of thing, or every time we're in town.
The people that bought the cheap seats so they can
Yeah.
afford everything.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's just he's like I'm performing for everyone, including the people in the back row. So it was just really interesting to hear him talk about it because he talked about how he's a company man, so he doesn't perform. He doesn't like want to go into movies or anything per se. He wants to just the reason that he ever went into movies.
What? Bullshit. He's in like every other movie that's out right now. He just had a movie that released like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
that's
cock
what-
blockers.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
he was talking about on the podcast. That was what the original thing was. He's like no, he's saying now he'll go in a movie that he enjoys the script to, but before, like when he did the Marine and all that, he didn't go into it for any reason other than hoping
A
to
paycheck.
Well, no, he went in to spread the to spread.
Get your thought process out, Gary.
Fuck.
You can do it.
He went in to get more people to watch WWE. He figured if he got his name out and his WWE superstar John Cena in this movie, then it's able to bring more people in. And he says that ultimately that's what he enjoys is wrestling, and so and he was talking about something that I actually have had a problem with, and that is like he called them silent fights, and so it's just where wrestlers are fighting, but it's like not involving the
John
crowd.
Cena has been in 55 movies. So the fact that he doesn't like doing movies, I call bullshit.
Okay.
I could see like a dozen, but he's been in 55 movies.
Okay, how many of them has he starred in? That's
Let me see here. Let me look at the ones that he is on the cover. One,
no.
two.
But anyway, so it's just he was talking about silent fights, so like people wrestling but not involving the crowd and all that, right?
Okay.
And he's like my reaction is, we have our own studio with 6 rings in it. You want to have a fight like that, you can go to Chicago and turn the cameras on and fight there. But when you're in Milwaukee or whatever, and you're fighting in front of all these people, you need to put on a show. That's the reason they're there. That's the reason you're there. That is to entertain them, not to fight for your own ego.
14. 14 of those 55, he is on the cover.
Okay.
That's better than 55.
Well,
Otherwise, it's
I'm
just
just,
like
I'm
guest
just saying,
starring.
the fact that he's saying that he's only doing movies to promote wrestling. I mean,
No, that's what he
none
said.
of
He
those,
used to
most
only
of
do
those movies, he doesn't. I mean, it might be to promote his brand because, I mean, ultimately, you know, you only care about number one, and that's yourself. So he cares about himself and his family and his.
But
But
what I was saying
I
was
mean,
essentially it's not necessarily how it is now, but he said when he started out, he would do movies like that to do that. I don't know.
well, I
It's
could
just
see. I mean, that's why everybody. I mean, he promotes his brand, so he promotes
yeah.
John Cena. But
Well,
the
before
fact
it
that
was
he's
his
just
brand, he
promoting
was
the
just a wrestler. You know
WWE,
what I
I
mean?
don't believe that because
No, before
essentially,
he
the
had a
more people
brand
that
to
watch
do.
the WWE, he gets more money. But yeah,
Yeah,
That works better.
but what I was saying was essentially before. All right, give me 1 second, boys.
You can't be in the middle of
Jesus
fucking
Christ,
sentence and then
can't
leave.
finish your thought process, Gary.
Before he
Good man.
Thank you.
before he had a brand to go through, he had to make his name. He had to make his brand, and that involved spreading the brand that he was in,
My brand.
which is WWE. So more people came and watched WWE. Better specifically for him. It was just
Well, absolutely.
all right. Now I'll be right back.
Okay. So I was wrong.
What?
Cavs did not take it in
What were you wrong
6.
about? The
Cavs did not
Cavs.
take it in 6. I was wrong.
No, they did not. I, oh my gosh. So after the Cavs got swept in a terrible fashion, everybody starts giving LeBron a hard time because the excuses start pulling out from the Cavs. So they were all playing injured. LeBron broke his hand after the first game. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
And so
Well, he was
all
playing
the
with an injured
excuses start
hand,
pulling out.
is what they said.
Whatever. It's the end of the season, man. Everybody's beaten up, dude. It's such a long season. They've been playing since October, so it. I don't know. The excuses come out, and it's bullshit. I hate it. It's you lost. Don't bring out the excuses. And the best meme that I saw of this was somebody had a meme of Happy Gilmore,
Hmm.
and they had Chubbs talking to Adam Sandler, and Chubbs was the scene where he had his hand up, and he's like, it's his fake hand. His hand's fake. Chubbs' hand is fake. It's made of
Yeah.
wood, and he's like, "Oh, it's wood. It's real strong." and and underneath it, it had the words that said LeBron James in 20 years, justifying that his hand was broken, and it had Chubbs holding up his wooden hand. It was beautiful.
I don't think that's fair. I mean, he pretty much had to play that by himself.
Oh, it was LeBron James versus the Warriors,
Yeah, and
absolutely.
he was the team. Like he was not. There was no one else there helping him. So while I get it, I don't think that it's fair that he gets all this crap that he is getting, because I mean he did what he could. I mean I don't know what you expect against a team against like how many superstars are on that team? There's like 4 or 5.
Yeah, 4. You could say arguably there's 4 legitimate all-stars on that team, but you can't knock it. The Warriors did it the right way. The only player that they got outside of draft was Kevin Durant. And if you take Kevin Durant out of the picture, I think that they are right where they are. Maybe they lose to the Houston Rockets going into it, but without Kevin Durant, that's practically the same team the Warriors have, which they drafted them. They raised those Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green.
Yeah, they
They
earned. I'm
drafted
not
them
saying they
all.
didn't earn it. I'm just saying that it was. I mean, you can't put it all. Like, I'm not surprised that they did win. People are. They're getting called the dynasty and all this stuff, which they are. I mean, it was pretty evident that they were a dynasty before.
3 out of 4 years. I mean, they've won the last 3 championships out of 4 years.
Yeah, so it's not surprising. They are a true dynasty. And then KD, he got back-to-back MVPs 2 years in a row, right? So, I mean, I'm excited for him. I'm more excited for football. That's for sure. Because it's just not; those aren't really my
Well,
sports. But
well,
uh,
while we're on the basketball topic, before we jump to football, the big question now: where
Corn
is
dong.
LeBron? Where's LeBron? Not corn dong. No. Where's LeBron gonna land? He's a free agent now.
LA.
I think it's LA. I think it's Lakers
he's going to
as
LA.
well.
Well, we
I
got
don't know. Justin's rocking that OKC hat for all of you that are watching this.
That's the last thing that Russell Westbrook is ever gonna want is someone else to come take the fucking limelight from him. He's not. He doesn't have. He's not gonna. It's not gonna happen. He's going to LA. What are you pointing at?
GB tree.
Oh, yeah. He's not. Sadly, I wish he'd come to the Thunder because then I would actually have a reason to watch basketball. He's not. He's going to LA. Unless you ask Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson said, as far as I know, he's staying here in Cleveland. Shut the fuck
Oh,
up, Hugh. You don't know anything
bull,
about any sport.
bullshit. No, he doesn't. Hugh Jackson's got to be one of the worst head coaches.
Oh
Hugh
man.
Jackman is a very good head
Period.
coach.
Okay, Gary, you don't know like a whole lot about
I know a
football.
whole lot about Hugh Jackman.
Okay, so if say you own a franchise, okay?
I own a franchise.
Thank you. Now, your head coach in the NFL. Your head coach has only won one game
In 2 seasons.
in 2 seasons. That makes him what is it, 31? 1-31?
Yeah, they play 16 seasons, so
Yeah,
yep, 1
he's
and
1
31.
and 31. After the first year where he only won one game, so you guys went 1 and 16.
1 and 15.
Okay.
1
1
and
and
15.
15.
Sorry, 1 and 15. He should be on a hot seat, right? What do you think?
How long has he been your head coach? This is his first year?
Yeah.
Well,
So-
after that one, yeah. So he's been a total of 2 years.
Yeah, no.
First year he comes in,
if you
only
won
wins one
game, then yeah, that right there is your own fucking probation.
then the next season
Nothing.
you win 0.
Fired.
You're right,
Fucking replace his ass with anybody else.
except for Jeff Fisher.
You,
But-
you hire a brand new head coach, no one
Except
that's
for
not
Jeff-
in the
It'd be
NFL.
so
before you
Cleveland
fucking
Browns
keep him.
to hire Jeff Fisher.
That's my thing. Is so they literally could have hired anybody. Gary's right, even someone that has never been an NFL coach before and probably done better.
You give a fucking brand new person a chance if there's no other head coach you want to be on there, and he lost. Now he's fucking 1 and 32. They said. Then
Oh, he's
yeah.
1 and 31. But
131.
yeah,
I mean, look at
he's won one
fucking-
game out of 32 tries.
If that's what I think the fucking Browns should have done, they're won like 4 games in the last 3 seasons. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It-
I
You-
just
you think they would do the same
Talk
thing
about
there?
Browns.
So
my thing is, I think this is his hot seat year. If this isn't, then I give up on
oh wait, this guy is still who? What team?
the Browns.
The Browns.
talking
he's
about the
still
Browns.
the
Yeah.
coach of the Browns.
Oh, I thought you said NBA. That's
No, I said NFL.
Oh,
I didn't hear that part.
Jesus
You guys were talking about
Christ.
basketball, so I thought
I
we were
said
still-
you own a franchise in the NFL.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Well, fuck yeah. Then yeah.
The fuck?
How is the fucking Browns head coach still there?
Because
before-
front office is
before-
terrible.
Before Gary runs all of you guys off, make sure you go to our webpage, LifeUnderFire.net, and check out what we got going on there. We've got awesome merchandise. You can click on buy merch. We've got some great stuff.
You got a
Teespring
sexy
webpage.
ass mug.
I don't have it.
Sexy ass mug. Sexy ass mug.
It's the kind of mug that when you're drinking out of it, you be getting head.
What?
Yeah.
Gary fact. I'm not sure that was anything, but we'll go with it, I guess.
I was really hoping Steven would pull it up and then just show hair.
I know. I don't have the mug with me right now, guys. It's downstairs, locked up, and it's in the safe because it's so precious that I don't want anything to happen to it. So I got to keep it under lock and key.
Translation: his kids have tried to drop it at least once. Got it.
Twice.
Twice? That's sad.
But yeah, we do have a very sexy mug. We have very, very nice shirts. Not quite as sexy as a mug, but they're very nice.
Dude, I like the t-shirts, dude. Mine's comfortable,
I didn't say
man.
there's anything wrong with the t-shirts.
Just underselling, overselling. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, fucking,
Yeah, Gary gives the truth, guys.
Yeah.
the mugs are very quality.
Is that the
The mugs.
is that the
mugs are pretty
grammar?
s-
Is that the grammar right?
The mugs are very high quality.
The mugs are very quality.
What kind of quality is that?
They're very.
And remember, everybody, if you purchase a mug and tweet me a picture, whiskey in it, either at GBTree or LifeUnderFire.
If we're being fair, folks, just someone buy a fucking mug and put tea in it. You don't have to drink whiskey. It looks the same.
I will know.
If you get dark enough tea, it's
I've
gonna look
already
the same.
specified you have to
If
have the
you-
bottle of whiskey in the picture.
Okay, so oh, I forgot you did put
Yes.
that. Never mind. I'm gonna say just get some fucking honey and mix it with water, and it'll look like almost the same color. Like it's not.
You have
It's
to have,
pretty damn close.
You have to have the cup of whiskey and the bottle in the picture.
And you have to be passed out, and you have to do all this other stuff.
Yeah, so many.
But if you
fucking
do, the thing
rules
is,
and regulations.
I know.
That's how
to
you get a
this,
free
fucking
shirt,
A.
my dude. You follow rules.
it's true. I mean, he's
Fucking
not
A.
wrong.
Hey, guess what, guys? Instead of spending all that time and effort doing that, just go buy a shirt. It'd be so
But
much
you won't
easier.
have signatures and stuff from.
You didn't even plug that part.
Well, I didn't get to finish.
How
What-
the
you
fuck
need
are
to
they
get. You
supposed
need to
know?
fucking before you come on this show.
You
we
guys need to stop
hold
interrupting
on.
my
So
plugging.
what is today? Today is. It's gonna be Monday. All right.
It's a
So
Monday.
the next show gets posted on Friday. There's our Patreon only episode that you can listen to. If you go to our Patreon, you can go to lifeunderfire.net and go to support the show. Subscribe to our Patreon for
Or go
$3
to
or $5,
ignite.lifeunderfire.
or go to Gary's stupid fucking link, and you can listen to our Wednesday
Should
show.
change it to
With
Gary's
we have
stupid fucking link.
we have other podcasts from. We post just a Patreon only one, so you can do that, but you have till Friday to just get your fucking plug you want.
I would have had
Write
it
it-
right, but you
Write
interrupted
it
me.
down, read it, eat it, and then say it on Friday.
All right, hey, so I have till Friday. You guys had till today. Let's hear your TV shows.
This is our dozenth episode. This is our 12th episode.
It's our 13th episode.
Oh, we just changed the
13th
fucking
episode?
subject now.
And yeah, Gary can't plug it. Gary can't plug a.
I can follow directions. Can you guys? Where's your TV shows?
Man, I can't wait till we have sponsors. I'm so excited for when we get sponsors on board to have Gary
I hate
read
you
out the
guys.
sponsors.
I'm going to be the one that reads the sponsor lists.
Probably not going to be the guy.
We're
I'm
all
gonna be the
very
guy.
excited to listen to that sponsor plug.
First sponsor,
read
I'll
by
tattoo on
Gary.
my chest.
Yeah, that's not going to convince them. If anything, you may have pushed us back.
Yeah.
I thought our first sponsor is Me Undies. We're Me Undies tattoo.
They're gonna fucking
be
pull
pretty
their
intense, dude.
sponsorship. They got Gary.
We could always get,
So
you
you
could always
guys,
get prestige worldwide to
I,
sponsor us.
Wide.
I have something to talk about. That is, it is a website called geekysextoys.com where they take
Are they paid sponsor?
No, but they have very interesting things on them.
Do they have dragon dildos?
They have similar to dragon dildos. Here, I will show you a picture.
I don't care. If it's not a dragon dildo, I'm out.
How about the Infinity Fister?
Like Infinity Gauntlet that you
Yes.
jam. No, I'm passing.
Or you can get Captain America or an arc reactor butt plug.
Arc
Yeah, so
reactor?
we got some sick hat game going on today. If you guys are watching this on our channel, like our hat games are strong today. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I try to wear a different hat every episode. So if you can catch it, you'll see strong Steven hat game.
We got Mjolnir,
Yeah.
which is Thor's hammer as a dildo.
That's a little much.
uh,
I prefer not to talk about dildos, but I mean, if
I
that's what floats Gary's boat, then I mean,
Jesus Christ, these things are the lowest I've seen is $50.
the incredible dong. That's what made me think of
I'm out of here. You can get a gift card,
it.
but all right. So that's what you had saved up. You saved up all week to talk about that one, Gary.
Yes.
Your infinity dong.
There's just
Get
so
out of
much-
here with your shit, bro.
I was looking for a
Jeez.
dragon.
This just in, Gary only looks at Marvel comic dildos.
There's also
Enough.
lightsabers.
Enough. I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
That is too much. I'll tell you what, though. You know what isn't too much?
Or mugs.
They are actually. I don't know. I don't know what a normal mug costs.
About $7.
Well, then our mugs are too much because they're $10.
how much are $3? Because they're $10.
Yeah, but they're just
$10 isn't
plain
that
mugs.
bad.
They don't say Life Under Fire, and they're not as high quality.
Okay, you won that one, Gary. By that
Plus,
I
you're
mean
not
you didn't.
supporting your favorite by buying a rig.
I want to be someone's
Justin.
favorite show.
Justin, I know that football is your favorite sport.
What's Gary's favorite sport?
It sounds like dildo hunting
It's
from
the Infinity Fist.
the way that he's so passionate
My favorite
about
sport, the only
it.
sport
No,
I
I'd
actually
say
like
I'd
is
say football also, or pro wrestling. Football or pro wrestling, I would say for Gary for sure.
And his name is John.
Awesome. See, I knew I was right.
No,
But anyways,
football
so
would be my favorite
I
sport.
know football is your guys' favorite, but I will say that right now is probably one of my favorite times of year because everything is done but baseball, and I get to focus all my. Thank you for stopping that, Justin. I know you appreciate the baseball as well, but because everything is done and over with now, and now I get to focus all my time and energy on baseball. It's tough when you've got hockey, basketball, football, like OTAs have started, and baseball's in full swing. It's like I can't even catch up, man. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. But now all that's done, out of the way. The rest of June, July, August, most of August
When do you
is
start your fantasy football stuff?
all baseball. When do I start? August.
Okay.
I mean, I'll go like the first 2 weeks before the draft and I'll study hard. So our draft is always what? The last weekend in August, pretty much. First weekend in September.
Yeah.
So I'll start hard 2, maybe 3 weeks before so I can focus a lot of time on baseball.
If you guys are interested, though, I will be. If you guys want to be on it, I don't know. I don't mind hosting this one by myself. I'll be doing a podcast for our fantasy football league every week. I'm gonna after what is that last Monday game? I'm gonna on Tuesday. I'm gonna do a recap, and then on Wednesday, or maybe I might do it in that same show. I might do it on the day waivers clear, the initial waivers, and then I'm gonna power rank the teams and everything, and just
Nice.
do like a recap, just in case people, because
What are we gonna call it?
I don't know yet, just about our fantasy league.
Names are not important, Gary. It's all about the
Why are you,
content.
what is this? You just like want your chest hair out or what?
At first, I was trying to match Steven, yeah, but mine starts a little lower than his.
Well, he's got a
Dude, I've
V-neck
got-
on.
I do
Oh,
have
he's got a
I've got
button.
buttons. I've got buttons, so I
Buttons,
can undo
buttons.
a
Who's
couple
got the
My
buttons?
chest hair starts about here, so I couldn't.
to unflow.
push it
Nah,
out,
dude, I
yeah.
got this beautiful V-shaped going straight from my chest down to my ball throw.
Robert better not get in my face.
Maybe.
I'll drop that motherfucker.
You don't have to like force yourself on it. It's fine.
No,
I'll do
that's
this one by myself. It's okay.
Dude, you know me, I love talking sports, dude. I could talk all day long, especially when we get into fantasy football season. We take that shit serious. And I'm not gonna stop bragging about being three-peat Steve. That's not once. That's not repeat. That's a three-peat. Three-peat Steve.
How'd you do last one?
Not good.
Not good.
We don't have to talk about that. We're not talking about last year. We're
Changed
not,
your name.
I changed my name. I didn't go with three-peat Steve for all season. I didn't go with four-peat Steve. I fucking try to get clever and
I did pretty good
You
for my
know.
first year. I didn't win, but I didn't lose.
It's your second year.
My first year with you guys.
Oh, that's true. I trained you well.
Yeah.
You did actually a lot better than I thought you were gonna do. You did better than Ryan, who has participated since you guys created the season, and has managed to get out of that was what, the fourth year of this season or of this league,
Yeah,
and
last year was the fourth year. Yep.
2 of the 4 years he has gotten last place. So
I managed to
correct.
make it to the
you're number
the
6,
playoffs.
or you number 5th actually. You ended
Yeah.
up 5th. I ended up 6th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
'Cause
missed
I
the
beat you.
playoffs. I was
Haha.
7th.
Yeah, you did beat me. It was bullshit. But
It's the 1 week you didn't help me too.
ooh,
That's even worse. That's even fucking tougher right there. So you got beat by not even your own helpful implications, but straight up just
my
by
helpful
Gary.
implications from week 1 up to the game we played is what killed me. That's the thing.
So your tutelage, you trained him, and he was, and unbeknownst to you, he was just gearing up for that game. He didn't give a
Yeah.
fuck about any other
It
game.
appears
He was
so.
like,
I didn't give a two
I'm gonna
shits.
take
I
out
just wanted to
Justin
beat
in the
you.
playoffs. That's it.
That's it. I didn't even care if I beat you throughout the season as long as I made it to the playoffs and I knocked your ass out. And you, I was coming for you, Steven, but you didn't make it.
I didn't make it. You didn't have to worry about me, man. Last season was not my year, but you know what? Three-peat Steve's coming back.
I don't know about
Can I
all
live
that.
it? Can I live in the past like that? Like, can I change my
I don't know
fantasy
if you-
football name to like repeat Steve or something like that? Like try harder Steve or something?
Can we
Can-
get a repeat?
Can you claim three-peat if it's not in?
He was. I mean, he was.
Well, yeah, you got
And
three.
if you've
but-
ever watched a league, I think you have. That he lives on that. What's his name? The main character, one of the main characters, rather.
Yeah.
Can't even remember his. I don't remember anyone's names from the league. But
Kevin.
yeah, he had the 3 wins or whatever, and
Okay, as long
and
I
he
didn't
lived
know.
on it. But I just want you guys to know that this year, when I do win, I won't rub it in everyone's face too much, but I will have a ring. You know, I'm just gonna get a ring just for this finger right here.
I'm a gloater. If I win, dude, I'm all about
getting a
gloating
ring.
because we fucking troll each other hard during the season. I'm surprised how we all stay friends, actually. Well, most of us. There's one year we didn't all stay friends.
Yeah,
He's coming back. He wants to come back though, so he got over it. That's good.
that's true. But so the
I
rings
don't-
thing, there's this website. It's called fantasychamps.com, and they do sponsor people. So maybe I shouldn't be talking about them because they're not our sponsor yet. But they have so you can get there's like bundles they have and stuff.
Mhm.
But they give you a trophy and a loser trophy and then a ring so that you can give the ring to the first winner or whatever, because you give the trophy to the next winner and then you're like, oh well, I won last year, that sucks that I don't have anything, but you get to keep the ring, so that way that you were the champion that year, and so
Oh, that's
Nice.
really nice. I mean, I hope we can get it in my.
the ring. You're not gonna win, that's for sure. but
No, I don't think we have to worry about that.
I mean, I think that the ring is a good idea. The ring, normally they don't have to buy the ring for themselves. Normally, it's like it comes with a bundle that they buy. But I'll buy the ring if I do win. I'm gonna buy the ring for myself because
Hey, so how's the arrow?
what?
Oh, the
Sombrero.
sombrero is the last place trophy.
We gotta have a clever name for it.
It's just the sombrero, man. It's the sombrero, and you know how trophies have like the monograms of all of like the normally the winners of on it. Well, the sombrero actually has patches on it of the team name for the losers. So it's the last place trophy, and the sombrero has to be worn inside of a profile picture for the loser for the entire year. So they have to wear the sombrero with their shitty ass team name on it because they got last place inside their one of their profile pictures for the entire year. It's not going to be unveiled until the draft.
What if we call it the Bombrero? Bomb that season.
I mean, that could be. I just like the idea instead of having a trophy, a last place trophy, we actually are doing something and we do like a
El sombrero del perdedor.
It's the hat of the loser in Spanish.
Let me see.
That's nice. The hat
El
of the
sombrero
loser.
de perdero.
The sombrero de podero.
El sombrero de
Oh
I
wait,
don't know.
actually,
You guys,
I have
you
a better
guys live
idea.
in Arizona. Your guys' Spanish diction's probably a lot better than mine up here in Massachusetts.
Perfect.
Let me.
Oh wait, no, that's not perfect.
You can't say perfect followed by words.
Well, because
like,
I was
oh
typing
wait, no.
I was typing the loser hat into
Like
Google Translate and accidentally typed the poser hat, and so it said El Sombrero de Poser, and I was like, yes, but that's not how you spell. That was my bad.
I like the hat. The hat of the loser. That's good.
The hat of loss. No, it's all. We
Let
got
me
to
see.
think of something clever. But so yeah, it'll be interesting. Gary's
Dude, I'm
definitely not gonna win,
stoked.
but that's okay.
No, Gary
El
might be running
sombrero
for
de
the
mierda.
sombrero.
Shit hat.
Okay.
Sombrero de mierda.
Okay.
Gary gets so aggressive.
He does. He
When he
throws
finds an
anger into that.
idea that he really likes,
He just
he
jams
gets
that in there.
very
He's
aggressive.
like, "Fall back!" Oh, here.
Almost like the time when we at advertising.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting thought. I thought, but I guess not. Guess the world does not want it.
So advertisement started out as a conversation between Justin and I of companies making hats for sale. Not even for sale. They would give hats to people for free as a form of advertisement. But these hats, you could swap out logos. So just like you have sponsors or advertising, you
Sombrero
would
de
say like
basura. Trash
every
hat.
Tuesday,
I like that one.
I'm gonna wear this hat. And then on Wednesday, all you do is you swap out the logo. So you take the logo off and put on a different logo, and you wear that logo on Wednesday. And these companies actually paid you to wear hats with their logos on them. Advertisement.
Advertising.
All right. I like it.
You're on board with the
I'm
advertising?
fucking on
Dude,
board,
it's
man.
the wave of the future, man. Advertisements. You see
Although
how many
it would
people wear
have to,
hats? Hats are a billion-dollar industry. A
it would have to
billion with a
be,
B.
it'd have to be a lot like a higher quality than like say you just had a plastic sleeve that you slid a fucking.
No, we're talking like big, dude. Like go big or go home, dude.
Oh,
Like
like a
you got like a
sombrero-esque
fucking
hat.
billboard hat, dude. Like a billboard hat. Like you gotta walk sideways through doors. 'cause
Gotta
you
get
got a
in there.
fucking
You gotta sneak
a
through.
billboard hat.
I'm with it.
Or a big cone hat that has a fucking.
Dude, we're going straight LEDs on it, dude. We're going like LED screens on the side, so that shit's just like going wrapping around your head, kind of
Here,
like
no.
a.
How about a big ass giant fire hat? Have it so it'd be Life Under Fire with our advertisement on it.
Bro, we can't even get regular hats right now. You need to chill out. You need to. You can't.
Yeah. Let's start out with the regular hat first, and then we'll get into fucking advertisement, Life Under Fire hats.
But until then,
Advertisement is trademarked by Life Under Fire.
oh, it's not, dude.
Big
Trademarking's expensive,
That's
bro.
that.
It's not.
No, it's no joke, dude. We can't do that. I mean, maybe if we just start saying trademark behind it, people will actually think that we paid
That's
for
what
a
I
trademark.
said. That's what I said.
And then,
So
and then they
nobody
won't do
steals
it.
that
They'll be like,
idea. 'Cause that's a good idea.
TM. Advertisement. TM.
This broadcast trademarks all things said. No.
Gary Facts, trademarked by Life Under Fire Inc.
By Gary. Gary fact.
By Life Under Fire Inc.
So I have a problem with Gary's fiance. She needed something
Uh-oh.
printed, so she gave me a printer to like fix it because she couldn't figure out how to set it up or whatever. And then she said I could just have it, and so I just started printing stuff. It's so bad. Like I don't know, just to be having the ability. Like I was looking at something on the computer, I was like, this would be cool to have. And so I printed it, and I was like, "Wow, that was a waste of time." It
Dude,
was
just
so
wait
weird.
Dude, just wait till you have to go buy ink, dude. Because I do use my printer quite often,
hmm
and ink is fucking expensive, dude.
It
It's almost
seems like
cheaper
it.
just to go down to like Staples and have that shit printed out for you. Because you're talking like one ink cartridge, just a black ink cartridge is like $20.
Oh, bro,
And it
we're
does
good.
not
Look,
does not go very far.
boom! I got one more. Came with it. so I can print the black
Did you-
stuff.
Did you buy it or it come with it? It came with it?
Yeah, she gave it to me with it.
I have a
Oh, okay.
fantastic story unrelated to that.
What is it? Just so you know, you can just say stuff. You don't have to tell us you have a story.
A man was recently arrested for his theft of, what was it?
Dildos?
Enchiladas. Fajitas and enchiladas. He got arrested for his theft of $1.2 million worth of fajitas and enchiladas. He ordered supplies for a prison and just ordered fajitas and enchiladas, and then he sold the shit out of his house.
The fajitas?
The fajitas and enchiladas that that he
Wait,
ordered
so
for the
he's-
prison.
He stole fajitas and enchiladas and then he just turned around and resold them?
Yes, 1.2 million dollars worth.
I'm not sure
What
that's
the
breaking
fuck, dude?
news.
We're in the
I
wrong
thought it
business,
was fucking
guys.
hilarious.
What the fuck are we doing? This dude's running $1 million operations off of stolen fajitas and enchiladas, and here we are sitting here recording a podcast.
He only got a fine of $10,000.
I'm sure he had to pay something back. There's no way.
This dude's running a not a multi yet, but a $1.5 million operation of fajitas and enchiladas.
That's it.
What the
He-
fuck are these
What's the
fajitas and
upsell on
enchiladas
that?
made of?
I don't know. Depends on how much. I mean, I wonder if the 1.2 million is how much he spent. And
Wait, how
like,
long has he
sold it
been
for more.
doing this for?
I think it said
How long?
6 months.
Can you imagine if this was a 6-month operation? This dude's making 1.5 million in 6 months
a
off
little
of fajitas
much.
and enchiladas.
I can't even imagine.
A lot of Mexican food.
What the
Whoa,
fuck
bro.
are we doing with our lives, guys? What are we doing? We need to get in the enchilada game. I'm telling you.
One of us got to get a job at a prison, and then be the one that orders all their supplies. And we got to steal from.
Well,
that
I mean, if
prison.
we're being
Wait,
fair,
was he stealing from a prison?
Yeah, he ordered all the supplies for a prison, and then he ordered all that shit, and then when it got delivered, he took it home.
So he worked for a prison.
Yes.
Wow.
So they're like, we keep ordering fajitas for these prisoners, and no one's getting fajitas.
no fajitas.
Dude, what if he like sold them to like the security guards and stuff? He sold them to the inmates. Like he brings them in here. He's like, "Dude, you guys don't even need to eat this shit. I got fajitas for you today."
He'd
And
bring
they-
them for the
they
warden, and like
give 'em to 'em.
the warden never asked questions because he just bring him lunch. and they were
Shawshank
fajitas.
style.
Dude, for sure. That's
Well,
it, man.
the-
Inside job.
The thing, so I feel like most places don't do this, but there's a prison or jail, I don't know which one, that's in town here, that the security guards come into Safeway to buy the week or month's worth of food for the prisoners
Cheese and crow.
that they have.
What? They
Yeah.
don't get it like delivered from like a major company.
It's the tribal police or whatever. They come in and
Buy an ass ton of food. Or
they
what?
they send in two two people. I should be careful. It's 2018. They send in two people, security officers, and they have like $600 $800 in an envelope, and they go to the frozen food section and they buy every single goddamn hungry man on the aisle. and, and then they buy all the single milks, like the little one, the little small milks.
Yeah.
And
School milks.
no, they're like little, I don't know how to
They're
explain
like
it.
like single serves. They're not
Yeah,
as small as school
Yeah,
milks,
it's
but
not good enough for a school, but I guess it's good enough for a prison. So, and they buy the 1% and the whole fats, and then they buy, and I don't know if I should be saying this, but they buy a little bit of a snack on the side just for them. They throw a Reese's in
they
there.
put in that freaking
They do that, but so they end up, dude. So whenever I used to be a checker, I would hate it. 'Cause
Snitches get stitches.
they come
Justin.
in at like fucking
Calm down.
10:30 at night. 10:30 at night, and they come in and they buy like 800 Hungry Mans and fucking 200 milks, and they're like, "Do you have any milk in the back?" And I'm like, "No, we don't have any fucking
It's
milk in the
fucking
back."
Single milk, dude.
Yeah, we keep what's on the shelf is there. We don't expect you. If you tell somebody, "Hey, you need we need some milk. We're gonna come in on like Wednesday to buy more milk. Then you can
They will
order more.
order that milk.
Yeah, then you don't have to. Then you just order a whole case of milk, and you don't have to freaking pack it into these bags. So they end up taking home. They talk about how plastic bags are bad for the environment and everything. And these police officers or whatever the fuck they are the biggest problem because they want everything double bagged and tied. So they want only 3 Hungry Mans per bag, double bagged, tied, put in a basket. And so then they only want 5 milks per bag. You can't even put it. I can put a lot more than 5 milks in those fucking bags. I'm just letting you know right now. And so this guy, they only want that. So you think that at like 500 Hungry Mans and 200 milks, only 5 per bag, and then only 3 per bag, that's a lot of plastic bags with it being double bagged. And I know they ain't reusing it,
Yeah.
So you just go, if you're homeless and you listen to this podcast somehow, go to the tribal jail, wherever that shit is, and dig through their trash on a Thursday after they brought that shit back to the place. You can have all the plastic bags you want.
Do you think Hungry Mans are better than like a prison kitchen food? Like if they're
I don't
cooking
know.
food, like a prison, an actual legitimate prison that's a big prison that's like cooking food. Do you think that food's better than Hungry Man's?
Nutritionally, probably not. No.
No, I just mean like taste wise, because to me, Hungry Man, that's like a treat. Like
I
if
had
you
a
went to
buddy-
prison and
Dude,
you're
they get like
expecting,
chicken and
shitty
waffles and
food,
shit.
Well,
All those Hungry Mans.
I have
That's what I'm saying.
I have a friend who is a felon. He spent 5 years in actual penitentiary, and he said the food in there is pretty good. I mean, in comparison, like he's like it's better than like school food, or he said it was better than like your TV dinner.
Yeah, I mean, imagine school. I mean, school food.
Huh.
Whenever I was in school, like elementary school, was really not that good. So
'Cause-
there was. I remember if you didn't want to have the weird shit that they were serving, the other option that you got was a cheese sandwich, and so it was literally bread, mayonnaise, and one slice of cheese, and then that was it. So it's like I don't know if that's how elementaries are now, but
But
No, well, I think that's just an Arizona thing. That's what you guys get for having like some of the worst education in the state, in the
damn.
country. Sorry.
So
Well, one, your
is
area is not very keen on education, and then two,
yeah, it's not.
Arizona itself is bottom
but
bottom
this
three
this
actually.
prison, well, most prisons they because you have jobs, right? Jobs in the prison where you actually get paid, and jobs outside. Like that's how prison works. You get to actually work. It's not like a lot of money. It's like $3 a day, but you get to actually be employed. And so you can be employed in the kitchen, and then you cook it. So it's not like
Yeah, but that's what I was
it's
saying. Do you
actually
think
cooked
that food is actually better than a Hungry Man?
I mean, yeah, it's
Depends
real
which Hungry
food.
Man.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know what I never eat, but he said it was like delicious food. Well, delicious. It's not like you're making fucking chicken cordon bleu for yourself, but
Is that good? I've never had that.
yes, it's very good.
I eat like 6 things. I eat Hot Pockets. Well, I used to. Now I don't. I eat better now, but I used to eat just Hot Pockets, regular pizza, and then chicken patties. Those are good. Chicken patties with like mayonnaise.
Dude,
That's
that's the
the
best day of
ish.
school day right
And
there, dude.
then
Chicken patty day.
I don't remember what the other stuff was, but it was not never.
Well, see, actually, I've had their prison food, not prison food that you were served, but they take their commissions and they make like feast food. You know what I mean? In their cells, and they call it prison dip. Not very tasty
The,
sounding.
f- the
So
fuck are you talking about, Gary? You
I'm
sound
telling
like
you, I'm
you've
going to
been in
explain
there.
it. Well,
You know a lot about this.
I was friends with this dude for 3 years. I'm still friends with him, but I hung out with him regularly for like 3 years.
So
We used to
please
be
tell-
friends.
please
We
tell
still
me
are,
about-
but we used to too.
Please tell me about Prison Fancy Feast.
So you take top ramen, uh, like hot sauce, hot Cheetos, bean dip, and just basically all the stuff you can get in the commissary. Stuff because they get like money and you earn it for working, and then you have like money put on your shit, and you can go buy food like Pop Tarts, all this kind of food, uh, underwear, deodorant, stuff like that. That's where you get it all. Is you buy it from the commissary. You're not like supplied with it in prison. So you take it all and you put it all together in this big concoction of dip, and then you eat it with crackers.
The deodorant.
No,
shampoo?
no, all the food, not the bathroom amenities.
I didn't know. Well, you said all this. You named off
Yeah.
everything from the commissary.
No, so it's just basically a lot of it. They make it really spicy, just because just to have some kind of taste, because it's all like
Why?
quick food.
Because they fucking put Pop Tarts with bean dip. I'd fucking try
No,
to
you
kill
don't-
all my taste buds too.
They don't put Pop Tarts in it, but it's just like they put all the spicy stuff. I'm just saying they take
You
a lot
said
of the
Pop
food.
Tarts. You said Pop
I'm
Tarts.
explaining what you
said
get from the
fucking
commissary.
Bean dip, hot Cheetos, all that shit.
Anyway, so you eat it with crackers. It's really good.
I'm so confused. Pop Tarts and bean dip does not sound good.
It mixes together
Okay,
very well.
so
And top
obviously
ramen.
I see a lot of the new stuff that comes into the stores because whenever I'm stocking it, so they have these new Pop Tarts that have come out.
They're
So
called prison dip Pop Tarts.
initially, right? No, well that might be where
Pri-
this shit came from.
Prison
But
dip Pop Tarts.
so the first one I saw, and they've been out there for a while. They're Jolly Rancher Pop Tarts. And I'm like, what the fuck? So you can get strawberry or a green apple Jolly Rancher Pop Tarts. And those
Okay.
don't really sell that often unless Pop Tarts are on sale, like super on sale.
Yeah.
But now there's it's called like peanut butter party Pop Tarts, and you know those Nutter Butters or whatever. Not
Okay.
Nutter Butters, they look like fucking peanuts.
That's
The-
Nutter Butter.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, those things. It's just all peanut butter Pop Tart, which seems strange. Like even the frosted top part.
I wish
is
that they would
Pop-Tart.
quit lying to people. I mean, it's not a breakfast thing. I mean, I don't know how many people wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, I'm gonna have a Pop Tart for
Gonna get
breakfast.
a Pop Tart before I go to the gym.
It's a dessert, dude. It's like a fat person snack.
Well, that's
honestly.
the other one is vanilla milkshake.
That's Pop Tarts right there.
They or not strawberry milkshake, and then they just introduced like it's a 2-in-1. So like half the Pop Tart is something, the other half of the Pop Tart is something else. I didn't see those flavors because they looked really gross. But I'm like, Jesus Christ! But they're like, so they're on sale right now, 2 for $7. 2 boxes
Like,
of
I wish
Pop
that
Tarts
they
for
would say
$7.
like a dessert treat, like or something like that, like a Pop Tart, not advertised as like something for breakfast. I wish that
I think
they
it's
would
just called a
say what it
pastry.
is.
I don't know if they're advertised breakfast style anymore.
Is it even a pastry?
Kinda.
Like at least like the toaster strudels that you get out of the frozen food section. It's like the same concept, but they have like egg and cheese and bacon inside of them. So that is more of like a pastry, like a puff pastry wrapped
Yeah,
with
yeah,
like
yeah.
Pop Tart's just a
They
liar's
shrunk it. Okay, so
frauds.
the breakfast scrambles were the toaster strudels with like egg, ham, and cheese in it, right?
Yeah.
And so a normal a normal toaster strudel comes with six patties or whatever you want to call them, strudels, 6 strudels, I guess would be
Okay.
the name of it. So, but the breakfast scrambles, I guess whoever makes it was losing money on it. Nestle, I think maybe. Anyway,
I don't know. Who
now
made
it's
it.
only
It's like Pillsbury. Or
Pillsbury. Yeah,
something like
there's
that.
only 4. So the breakfast ones used to have 6 as well, but now they shrunk the box
What?
down and there's only 4 per box,
That's bullshit.
which is
We're
strange.
not
to me.
playing shrunky dunks up in this bitch. Give us more.
That's fucked up,
And
man.
it's the same price, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely. Of course, it's the same price. They're not gonna
Fucking
fucking
cost
lower
more
the
for
price,
less.
dude.
it just didn't make sense to me whenever I saw that because I remember when I was younger, our parents used to
They
get it.
Come 6 in a box.
Yeah, and so you'd be like, oh, well, why would you get the raspberry strudel doodle when you could get, egg, ham, and cheese or all those cool things? Those taste way
For
better.
sure.
And then you don't have to put the gay frosting and shit on top, so then you're
No,
done.
fuck that frosting. Nobody does that. Although, I mean,
It is good.
when you grow up a plus size kid like myself, you do indulge in some nice frozen treats every now and then. And so you pop that shit in the toaster and you'd set that little icing packet right on like the middle of it so it like warms up because you can't
Dude,
put that shit on there
I did
frozen.
that. Yeah.
See, I mean, you learn the tricks though. I mean, so Come on, toaster strudel. We got your back, man. It's okay.
But my problem with when I did that always is so I couldn't tear the top because I would put it not on the center but just on the edge, right? And the heat that emanates from the toaster would melt the plastic slightly to where it like rolls up on the top. And I never, even now, whenever I buy them, sometimes I still do it just out of habit. Just put it there, go until I hear it pop, and then I go to put the stuff on it, and it's all melted on the top, and I'm like, there's probably some plastic juice in my frosting, and then I'm like, it's already here. Don't want to waste it. They're starving people somewhere, right? May as well eat my frosting.
The problem
Fuck yeah,
growing up,
man.
I grew up a plus size child, and this one grew up eating like a plus size child. So
Yeah.
so we ate the same amount. He ate probably more. But the problem with those is we would do that. You'd have the frosting ready for your toaster strudels, but by the time you do it, so say we both made 2 toaster strudels each, so now we had 4. So we took 2 each of those frostings, and there's only 2 left. And while we're waiting, when you ripped it open, you tore open the side one, and you're like, oh fuck. So we both just ate the last 2, leaving the last 2 toaster strudels with no cream.
Frosting. Don't say cream. That sounds
Frosting.
weird.
Dude, I hated it when you'd like tear something. Like, if this is true for like anything
Anything
in a
that's
packet.
perforated.
So, anything in a packet, like ketchup, mustard packet,
Condoms.
whatever, frosting packets. When you go to tear it, instead of tearing the corner, you fucking tear it down the whole entire side of it.
Yep.
So when you go to put it on something, it's like squeezing out of like just the side, and it kind of fucks it up. You don't get a cool like your little cool design on top of your toaster
Oh,
strudel.
I only have that problem with grape jelly.
What the fuck grape jelly do you have in a packet?
Kind you put on a biscuit?
Get the fuck out of here with that
Those
shit.
don't come in packets. Those come in like the little cups, and you tear the top off
No,
of them, and you
McDonald's.
scoop them out with a butter knife.
At
What the fuck are you
McDonald's.
talking about? A grape?
At McDonald's.
There's 2 things that you should get at a
McDonald's have
breakfast
grape
McDonald's.
Jelly. McDonald's does
So
not have grape jelly, do they?
Strawberry and grape jelly, yes.
Fuck McDonald's.
Yeah.
And
fuck
you put grape
McDonald's.
jelly
You need-
on a sausage biscuit.
McDonald's, you need to up your game and get those little fucking Smucker's cups, man. Where you tear the top off top of them. Fuck you,
Just
McDonald's,
pre-jelly
buddy.
that shit for me. What the
You
fuck? It's a
fucking
fast food
saving-
joint.
Well, it's
You fucking
it,
saving
can,
money putting freaking
but-
jelly in a
I put grape jelly on a sausage muffin, and yeah, so it just tore down the side every time.
On the
and it
top?
was fucked up, huh?
No, on the inside.
Like frosting the top? You just
No,
like, this
that'd be
looks
the
amazing.
messiest. It's just covered in butter already. So now
Peanut
you're
butter and jelly
grabbing-
sandwiches. Okay, so peanut butter and jelly sandwiches themselves are. I don't know if I have been doing it wrong my entire life.
Do you
but-
toast them?
No, what the
Then
fuck?
yes, you're doing it
they're
wrong.
they're messy. So whenever I eat it, the jelly is always falling out. I've tried. I try to mitigate it by putting less jelly in it, but then it doesn't. It just tastes like I'm eating a peanut butter sandwich.
You gotta toast
How
it.
much jelly? How much is your jelly to peanut butter ratio?
I'd probably do like
It's like,
Like,
like
so-
a 1-to-1.
I'll do like a full spread of peanut butter, and then I'll do like
Yeah.
maybe a half spread of jelly. That's the only way I can keep from getting a mess. But
Well,
then
no,
it tastes
what-
just like peanut butter. Don't tell me to toast
You
my
toast
fucking
the
shit.
and that fucking the dry toast sucks up the jelly and it holds it in place.
Nope.
I can do a 2-to-1 ratio and not drip jelly.
Then
in
you're-
That's
there.
not a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That's a
then.
peanut butter and
That's like
jelly
a
toast.
toast. That's
What
like,
do you
yeah.
mean? That's a sandwich. It's I eat all my sandwiches toasted.
No, not peanut butter and jelly, dude.
Yes.
Peanut butter and
Have
jelly.
you ever had a
is-
toasted peanut butter and jelly
Peanut
sandwich?
butter and jelly is the cheapest white bread you can find in a store,
No. What the fuck?
with
You don't eat
peanut
white bread
butter.
ever.
and jelly. Like that's it. Like
You don't eat
you
any
can't
bread.
go.
Don't eat
You can't
white
go fancy
bread
on
ever.
bread. You can't go fancy on
Sourdough
anything
is
else. You're
good, though.
talking
No, you shouldn't
You
eat
can't go
any bread
sourdough
but
and peanut
fucking
butter and
white
jelly.
bread.
You
No,
just
I'm
gotta
just
go
saying.
fucking cheap white bread.
This
That's-
is a fucking 3-way conversation. He's mad that you're saying you're eating white bread. You're mad because he's saying that you're not supposed to fucking toast your shit.
You're not
And
supposed to toast it.
I'm
Yes,
just
you
saying
are. You're not supposed to fucking eat it on white bread.
that's the cheapest shit ever.
That's peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter
Fucking,
and jelly
that's
on white bread. is the
disgusting.
only way
You
to
should not eat
go.
white bread ever.
You should not eat any bread ever. It's bad for you.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but wheat bread's a hell of a lot better than
No,
white
it's
bread.
not. No bread is good for you
Yeah,
at
but
all.
not-
I
yeah,
didn't
but not
say
wheat
it's good
bread
for
with
you,
peanut
but
butter
it's
and jelly.
better
No,
for
it's
you.
not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
We're not gonna go through this. We're not gonna go through this. I'm right.
Because
You're
you're
wrong.
wrong.
I'm right.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
White bread, peanut butter.
We both agree that you are wrong.
If you want to eat, no, the problem is if you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, just go buy a fucking Uncrustable from the store. Stop being a cheap ass and eat a goddamn. Then you're good. Then you got the Uncrustable. Then you're done, dude. It's done
Nah,
for you.
dude, the
Fucking
crust
hate
is the good
Uncrustables.
part, dude. I like the crust. Why would I go
It's
buy
not
an
an
Uncrustable?
Uncrustable. It does not have no crust. It's just a pre-made peanut butter and jelly, and then it's just a circle instead of a thing.
Fucking hate
No, then you
Uncrustables.
don't get to control your peanut butter to jelly ratio.
You're right, because it's it's like UFO of goddamn jelly
Yeah,
and
so
peanut
why
butter.
would you buy that? Why wouldn't you
It's
just
mixed.
make one?
Mixed up, bro.
You need a 2-to-1 ratio in peanut butter's favor.
No, you don't. There's
Yes,
too much
you
peanut
do.
butter. This is not the fucking peanut butter and jelly podcast, okay? We need to fucking chill out on this shit. I'm just saying that fuck your PB and J, fuck your PB and J, and let's eat
about
some
ready-
goddamn ham and cheese.
I'm about ready to piss you guys off too, because I go chunky peanut butter,
Oh, I love
With-
chunky peanut butter.
peanut chunks in there.
How you eat it? That's
Wait,
the
you,
only
like,
peanut
break
butter
up-
you should eat.
You like put peanut chunks inside it with it?
It already has it in there, man. You just buy
It's called
chunky
crunchy,
peanut butter.
but
It
yeah.
has crunchy, same thing. Chunky, crunchy.
Well, no,
That's
like
the only way you should
I
eat peanut butter
understand
is
I
crunchy.
understand what chunky peanut butter is, but then you said with peanut butter chunks in it, it sounded like you added it, like you're nuts whenever
No,
you're
I mean,
making
no,
a
I meant like
sundae.
it had like actually peanuts
Oh.
in it. Like,
No,
I like extra crunchy. That shit's fucking good.
oh, good for you.
Fuck
You guys
you.
ever
You
quit?
got mad at your own fucking crunchy.
the way you said that was so aggressive. You're like, "Oh, good for you."
You know what I mean? He's like, oh, good for you.
No,
Good for
no,
you.
I mean, a lot of times you tell people you like chunky peanut butter or crunchy peanut butter, whatever the fuck it is.
That's why no one
And
likes
they're
it, because you're saying chunky. They're like, what the fuck's chunky about peanut butter?
Dude, go grab a peanut butter right now, and I guarantee you it says chunky
It
on
says
it. You
crunchy.
just read it wrong. You just read it wrong your whole entire fucking life. Do you have peanut butter in your house?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh,
Go
he's on
see
a
if you
mission.
have. Go see if you have
Oh God.
chunky. I guarantee it says chunky.
Oh God. I don't
It's
have
kinda
any.
hostile
I don't have any
conversation on
intense
peanut butter
music.
and jelly.
Here, we'll do this one.
You just googling this shit?
Oh, I wanted some intense music, but I don't have anything. Give a shout out to the fans of Life Under Fire for listening to us. I appreciate it. Gary's back. Yeah, it says crunchy. You guys aren't watching on the Steven, if you could pay attention for 2 seconds. It says crunchy. Gary fact. For those not watching the live stream or the video afterward and just listening, super, like, the Skippy says super chunk, but the Kroger peanut butter from fresh roasted peanuts says crunchy. So it seems as if we have a tie. Smart, balanced, natural, chunky. Okay, but we have crunchy here. I'm just saying that you have. So both answers are in fact correct. So you guys are good. Get
We
your
need
fucking peanut butter.
fan input. I'm really hoping that we can get some people to comment and let us know
Comment. All right.
who's right, because
So-
Gary hasn't put a Gary fact on this, and I don't think he
I
can
just
put a
did.
Gary fact on
He
this.
did Gary fact it,
I
but
Gary
I don't
facted
know.
it.
See,
I wasn't paying attention to your goddamn Gary fact.
so for the people listening, if you could, when you get home, if you're not home already, go ahead and check your pantry, and if you have peanut butter in there, tweet at LifeUnderFire or post on our Facebook page a picture of your peanut butter.
We don't
and
want to see your fucking creamy peanut butter either. It's just gotta be chunky
If-
or crunchy.
Yeah, fuck your creamy ass, fucking smooth ass, fucking watered down. Have to mix it before you put it on your bread. Peanut butter.
Okay. Just if you have crunchy chunky, just tweet it at us or post it on our Facebook. And we'll see. I guess before on our next show Friday, we'll go over the answers that we've gotten and see who's got what.
And let us know how you always referred to it growing up. Referred to it as chunky or crunchy.
Okay. All right. I feel like that's a pretty solid spot to.
I think that's the biggest debate right there.
Yeah,
The
that was
biggest
that was
debate is how
that was
you-
aggressive. But I was not really involved in that. Is there something I'm missing because I'm not like a little bit bigger?
This
like you guys were?
motherfucker just said, is he missing it because he's not fat?
I didn't want.
Wow.
No, I didn't. I'm just saying, like, you guys seem really
I'm
involved.
not gonna
in
lie
this.
though, peanut butter and jelly probably is a fat guy move, and I'm okay
Probably.
with that.
I mean, look at this fucking how much. What fucking peanut butter is actually not that bad for you.
Peanut butter's not bad for you.
150 milligrams of sodium.
Well, that
Jelly's
kind
kinda
of peanut
bad
butter.
for
I
you,
mean, if
but-
you get like peanut butter that's actually good for you, it's like all natural or some shit like fresh ground from like Whole Foods or something. That's where it's at.
Yeah, we don't have a Whole Foods here, Captain East Coast. With your
I'm just saying.
Oh, Gary, did you know that Best Foods is not, Best Foods mayonnaise? What the fuck is wrong with you? What are you not doing
I don't
anything?
eat mayonnaise.
Best Foods mayonnaise is not called Best Foods mayonnaise east of the Rockies that surround our town for some reason.
Okay.
That's true.
It's what is it called on the East Coast?
Hellman's.
It's called Hellman's.
mayonnaise.
Helmet?
Hellman's.
Hellman's.
It's
Hellman's
weird.
mayonnaise.
So for some reason, when you cross the Rockies, it
They said,
changes
"Fuck you,
to
Best
Hellman's.
So you stay there, Best Foods. You can't cross this border.
Yeah, it's like if you. So I imagine if
It's like Hellman's. Hellman's put up a Trump wall, and they said, "Best Foods, stay on that side."
What are you looking up? Why are you?
I don't know what the mountain range
You,
is called.
we're not specifically in. You can't look up what mountain range is Arizona in. You have to
You're
look
not
up
in a
around
mountain
us.
range. You just have hills around you that form. You're not actually in like mountains. There's no peaks.
Anyway, that feels like a solid. That argument seemed like a solid ending for the show this week, guys. I mostly
We're
because
surrounded by the Surbit Mountains.
Nito, located in northwestern Arizona, the highest point is in Mount Tipton. Okay, coolio. Little
Gary fact.
little Gary Facty in the show, I guess. We can go with that. Thank you guys for listening. We do appreciate it. So we're gonna switch to a different format. We're gonna be live streaming every episode on YouTube or Twitch. If I can't get the YouTube thing to work out, then we'll be streaming it here on Twitch. And then I'll post it to our YouTube afterward. Or you can listen on iTunes, Google Play, whatever you listen to, Stitcher. We have like 7 people that listen on Stitcher, thanks to you guys.
We love you.
Makes it. Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Is that what they say when you get into Costco?
No, it's
it's
from
Idiocracy.
yeah. I think was it Costco?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
that's just what he says when he walks in. They have a really dumb guy. You can always, if you're on iTunes, leave a rate or review. If we get reviews, we can maybe read them.
If you watch us on YouTube, go ahead and leave us a comment.
Yeah, that's true. You could do that. Thank you, Gary, for the input. You can always keep up to
Gary
date by
coming through with the plug.
go into our Facebook page. Go to I think it's We're Life Under Fire on there, or you can follow us on Twitter at Life Under Fire. You can follow Gary
GB Tree.
with 3. Okay, he's pointing up to where his tag is. You can follow me on Twitter at Just Secrets, and you can follow Steven
At Steven Rodder.
at Steven Rodder. Then that's to keep up to date with all of us on what we're doing throughout the week. You can, if you really want to be up to date, you can go to lifeunderfire.net, and you can also check out our Teespring there or our Patreon if you want to support the show. But other
Yeah,
than that,
the
man,
web page is where it's at, man. That web page, it's got everything you need to know about us. Got a cool little backstories about the 3 of us. Link to our merch page, link to our Patreon. Shout out to all of our Patreon members. We appreciate you guys for supporting the show. You guys get a little bit of extra. Like Justin said earlier, we post an extra podcast on there every Wednesday just for our Patreon members.
they're
So
not
go to
as long
Life
as these are. They're like 20, 30 minutes long, just because
No, but it's a
just
little
squeezing
something to
it
say
in there.
thank you.
And then
Little
also
something.
the $5 tier, you get a chance to win a free shirt from there, or you can always buy a mug and tweet it at Gary with whiskey in it. Preferably Jameson is his style.
Jameson will get you either a kiss or a little note.
Okay, so we'll sign the shirt just to solidify it. we will sign the shirt, and then
Or I'll kiss the shirt.
no, you can. How about this, Gary? Well, with it, we'll print out a picture of Gary,
Kissing the shirt.
and he'll just kiss the picture with lipstick on. You're welcome, Gary. You now have to put lipstick on. All
That's
right.
all right.
But other than that, I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and we'll
Thank
see
you,
you
thank
on
you.
Friday.
And remember, Life gives you lemons. Light them on fire.
Fucking God.
Oh, fuck you.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Life Under Fire podcast. Join the community at spark.lifeunderfire.net and follow us on Twitter at LifeUnderFire.